Hola familia.
Hi, this is Dylan Kane from Arizona State University reporting for the Varsity Sports Show. I'm here with Coach Johnson from Mountain View. Coach, regional play starting to kick off, and you guys are certainly a contender in the 6A East Valley Division. What's your message to your team as these games start to get more important and the competition might get a little tougher?
Yep, just play hard and play together. Do what we do, defend, rebound, and run, and keep playing for the name of the front of the jersey, and everything will take care of itself.
And for this game specifically, how has preparation been this week leading up to this game in practice? What's some key points you've been emphasizing?
Just keep competing, keep getting better. Westwood does a really good job, defensively, and we just want to keep doing what we're doing, continue to keep making improvements, moving the basketball offensively, and keep defending.
Awesome, thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Good evening to all those fortunate to watch some 6A basketball with us tonight. My name is Sebastian Kupas. It is Friday, January 17th, and this is Mountain View versus Westwood basketball. And I'm here with Dylan. Dylan, what do you have going on for tonight?
We got some great basketball here between two 6A East Valley teams. We got Westwood, who's 0-1 currently in the division, and Mountain View, who's 1-0.
Mountain View's been playing well. We'll see if they can keep the win streak up to 3. Tip off here. And Westwood wins it. They bring the ball up. Cole Fraley on the perimeter. Back out to Tingy. He'll drive. Looking for contact. Gets waved off for a travel. Mountain View ball.
One thing about Mountain View is that they're a very tall team compared to Westwood. I talked with Coach Dakin before the game, and he said that was a point of emphasis during practice, especially with how fast and athletic they are as well.
We will see how it impacts the game tonight. It's like ball going to the middle here. Out to Woolley. He'll drive. Out to the corner. Gundry misses the 3. Looking like we'll have a side out going for Westwood ball here.
Looks like Mountain View will be in the press here to start off the game.
They preach a lot of energy and hustle. They come on this press a lot. We'll see how well it works for them. Tinky gets the ball. Sprints past half court. Stops at the 3. Settles down. Moore with a step back. Holds his dribble. Back down to Tinky in the paint. Kicks it out to the 3. Another swing. Pull for 3. Fraley. Miss.
Tingy looks very controlled out there at point guard. Might not be the tallest, but looks like he has some good dribble moves out there.
Let's see who will break the first basket here for the game. Gundry with the drive. Gets stripped. Westwood with the ball. Tingy looking to control the break. Slows it down at the 3.
Very scrappy here early on.
Woolley gets the ball off a steal and runs the break. Pulls up for mid-range. Still no points yet in the game. Westwood rebound. CJ Moore bringing up the ball. Number 15 on the left wing here. Looks for help. Finds it in Cole Fraley. Tingy on the right. Finds CJ Moore down low. Still no buckets here in this game. Oh, Westwood ball still off a Mountain View leg.
Good hustle right there by number 5, Ace Lee.
Let's see how this out of bounds play here. Westwood couldn't find anyone open as Mountain View gets a steal. Gundry thought about the 3. Drives, kicks to Woolley. Who holds it? Ty Denham in the post. Back out to Woolley. We have Bryson Gundry here. Woolley at the 3. Pump fakes. Thinks about driving. Kicks out. Ty Denham 3 to start out the game.
Good ball movement there from Mountain View. I like Woolley finding the extra pass there for the open 3 instead of the contested one.
Westwood trying to sprint up court here to beat the break. Ball finds the hands of CJ Moore and doesn't find them for long as looks like we have a jump ball here. Mountain View ball.
Doug Sweat for Mountain View. He's only a sophomore, but it seems like he's bringing a lot of energy here for them early on.
We'll see what he brings on this possession. Brings the ball up the court. Hands it off to Woolley with a heading start. 3 in the corner. No good. Westwood on the break. Ace Lee. And 1 with the drive into the bucket.
That was a good move there from Ace Lee. Played with pace. Slowed down on the Euro step there. It paid off for him.
Do you think this is the second quarter game the way these teams have been running? But so far it's just 3-2. Free throw to make it 3-all. We'll see.
I think Westwood has a lot to prove tonight. They don't have the best record, but certainly have a chance to prove themselves here tonight.
It's all about that region record, right?
Yes, sir.
Gundry in the corner, quick 3. No good. We'll see what Westwood can do here. They're trying to go quick. CJ Moore in the corner and drives. Another foul by Mountain View here as CJ gets 2 buckets here. 2 free throws.
Good move by CJ. He's their leading scorer. Looked for the contact. Knew that at the very least he could draw a foul, but that was honestly a good look there to try to get an and 1 is there as well.
Averages their most minutes, too, at about 30 a game, with the points getting just under 10. We'll see how much he scores tonight as he makes his first free throw. If you're Mountain View, you're not really going to like the start here. This team is, record-wise and stats-wise, pretty under you, and you want to make that lead early here in the first to make the rest of the game easy. We'll stay at 3 here. Mountain View ball. Looks like we got some subs in the game here. Callan Arnett and Tate Bigler. Jackson Woolley controlling the offense here. Directing, looking for a pass. Finds one in the paint to Levi Tingley, who doesn't make the layup.
The ball movement and moving without the ball is looking good for Mountain View so far. They just can't find a way to put the ball in the hole.
Ike Tingley here for Westwood looking for something to get his offense going. Finds Kenny Johnson on the wing. Picks up his dribble. He's trying to find another pass and finds Ike again, cutting towards the rim. Woolley wants to charge, and it's a block instead.
We're calling it on the ground here, it looks like.
Yeah, just going to have a side out under the basket. We'll see if Westwood can have a little bit of better inbound play than last time.
It's 3 early fouls here for Mountain View. We got to be mindful of that.
Lining up pretty spread out here. Finds Kenny Johnson on the wing, and he does not dribbling. Picks it up. Gets rid of it quick to Cole Fraley as he gets a screen from Ace. Corner 3 from CJ Moore, and it's no good. Rebound Mountain View. And they're off. Looks like going to get called a on-ball reach-in foul here by Westwood. I don't think they like that call very much. Maybe might have been a jump, but
Regardless of the foul, I still like the aggressiveness we're seeing from Westwood. Ace Lee has been fighting for those 50-50 balls so far.
no, they're coming out. A lot of energy. Region play. They want to make a name for themselves here. Woolley gets the ball in the paint. Spins. 1-2. Does not make the layup with the contact. Westview wants to start off quick. Cole Fraley picked up his dribble. Can't find anything. Ike is point guard at the top. Slowing it down. 2 crosses. Mid-range. Gets called for the travel after too much dribbling there in the mid.
Surprised at how low scoring this game is so far. Because we'll get a sub.
Looks like we got Myron Christensen coming in for Mountain View's Levi Tingy. And they'll see if they can get more than 3 points here in the game.
Again, I like the ball movement and the patience from this Mountain View offense right now.
I bet Coach Johnson does too. Coach Woolley driving. Misses another layup, but gets his own rebound in the corner and swings it for a 3. No good. Oh my. Talon Arnett with the rebound at mid-range. No good. Man, these 2 teams are fighting for the ball, and Westwood is glad that they won it.
Very scrappy so far. I like the aggressiveness of Jackson Woolley so far with his drives. He just can't seem to get the layups to go. There's been a few times he might have been fouled, but they didn't call it. And I think he just got to keep up that aggressiveness, and it'll work out for him.
He's a very comfortable senior leader for this Mountain View team, but as we see him with another turnover and some missed layups, this is not the start to the game that he wants. As it looks like Mountain View timeout here. And Westwood's happy with a 3-3 start.
Again, this is playing into Westwood's hands. They're the team with the chip on their shoulder tonight. I think they feel like they're playing with nothing to lose at this point in the season. And, I mean, the scrappiness is obviously getting under Mountain View's skin. Kind of a rough start so far for them, but see Coach Andy Johnson here in the huddle.
And you talked to Coach Johnson before the game, right? What was he saying about this Westwood team?
Yeah, I mean, something I always hear from Coach Johnson in his interview with me earlier today, but also in past interviews I've seen, is he's always emphasizing playing for the name on front of your chest, not necessarily the name on the back of the jersey. And I think he's really emphasizing the team culture and playing for each other. And I think he's had a full week of prep for this game, and maybe the slow start is due to that, not having recent games.
You would think they would come out hot. They got some wins coming behind them, getting their season rolling, almost 500 if they can get a win here, but the look on Coach Johnson's face does say otherwise as they come out of the timeout.
See if it turns around here. We got 2:50 left in the first.
Looks like it's going to be Westwood ball with CJ Moore inbounding. A little behind, but he finds Itingi, the point guard, at midcourt. Rest of the team catches up with him as they find CJ on the 3. Thinks about pulling, but keeps his dribble instead. And another turnover for Westwood as Jackson Woolley's off on the break. Finds his teammate and breaks the layup. Myron Christensen going up for the rebound and grabs it. And another missed layup for Mountain View. And a block for Westwood. Man, this is a hot start as it finds Myron Christensen. Mountain View 3, no good.
Man.
As we get a foul here on Westwood on a Talon Arnett mid-range. That was a possession and a half.
Yeah, very, very scrappy early going. And for all the struggles we've been talking about with Mountain View, it's still only a 3-3 game. I think, we got Arnett going to the line to try to take the lead here.
Just short. The rest of Mountain View's layups are going in rhythm with this free throw here. But you are right. For a Mountain View team, if you're playing C minus basketball right now to start off the first quarter and you're still tied 3-3, you think you're going to be okay for the rest of the game if you lock in here. As Talon gets the second free throw. And it's good. 4-3 Mountain View. So we have Levi Tingy come back in the game for Ty Denham as Westwood gets the inbound. Full court press from Mountain View. Finds CJ Moore and Tingy. And they get a break here. Another foul in this game. Looks like we got number 2, AJ Gawan, going up for the layup.
That was a great press break there by Westwood. I like Ike Tingley, the point guard, inbounding the ball and getting it right back to push it up the court.
They've been playing fast, but Ike here has been getting the ball in the hands of his creators well, and it's resulted in free throws here. We'll see if they can make 2 and take a 1-point lead for AJ Gawan here. First one's good. The 3-12 record may not be what Westwood wants right now, as they missed the free throw. But the game before being a win is what you want going into a region game like Mountain View here. Jackson Woolley drives and gets it to go with the left hand.
Finally gets a layup to go. As a scorer like him, you like to see the ball go in the bucket, give you some confidence.
That's exactly what they need to make it 6-4. But Westwood here finds CJ Moore open on the 3. After he misses it. But AJ Gawan here going after the ball makes it Westwood ball here.
Moore might have rushed that shot a little, but I still love the press break there from Westwood. I wonder if they continue to break this press if Coach Johnson thinks about calling it off in the future.
Westwood gets the inbound. AJ stops his dribble, top of the key, finds his point guard Ike Tingley. As he dribbles past Jackson Woolley. Stops in the mid-range for an almost make. And a miss by another offensive rebound, Westwood. Mountain View ball. And they are not wasting any time. Jackson Woolley here has a 3, top of the key. Drive and spin, another left-handed layup for Jackson here.
Beautiful move there by Woolley.
Going to be his 4th point of the game as Westwood here takes a timeout. 8-4 Mountain View.
No, I've been to a few high school games recently, and I can't recall one being this low scoring here in the first quarter. Both teams really coming out defensively and doing well.
Both teams are taking shots and getting to the paint, making good passes. They're just not finishing on all their shots and layups that they're making. You're going to wonder what's going to be the next move here. As Mountain View looks to grow this lead past 4.
Also got 6 fouls combined in the game so far. Both teams getting to the line. Oftentimes in these high school games, you see that the free throw discrepancy is often the decider in wins and losses here. Who's a better free throw shooting team?
Well, when the fouls and total points are that similar, you know, you're in for a little bit of a scrappy game here. We'll see how the rest plays out as Westwood gets the inbound.
Once again,
1:15 left in the first quarter.
Once again in the press break, we'll see if they could do it for the 3rd time in a row.
They find CJ Moore, who gets it back to his point guard. Looking for a path up. When he passes half court, not too much resistance now as they get in their spread offense.
Almost like a fake press from Mountain View. They pressure the inbound pass, but once it gets inbounded, they back off.
Let's see what they do here now. CJ Moore, another 3. He looks to be a quick shooter. Waved off after it touches the top of the basket. That is not going to be a 3-point field goal for Westwood.
Can't say I've ever seen that one before. A little rope connecting the basket to the ceiling, hits the rope, and unfortunately it doesn't count, even though I don't think it really had an effect on that shot going in.
Got number 24, Bradley Dyer, senior, 6'4", has a lot of impact on previous games. Just finding his way in now. We'll see what he does.
Looks like a zone here from Westwood.
As the ball finds Bradley and quickly loses it. Ball gets blocked out to Gundry as he drives. Finds Sweat on the 3. And that's good. 11-4 Mountain View. Westwood gets the inbound here. Tingley bring the ball up. Got a defender on his hip. Stops. Looks for something. Pinkeroff cannot dribble. Finds a teammate down low. Gavin Greenfield down low gets fouled. We'll be shooting 2 here.
Another foul. Another chance at the line for Westwood to try to catch up here with 4 seconds left in the quarter. Whatever
press and room Mountain View's giving Westwood here seems to be working. They get a little rattled, wants to get past half court, and can't find a clean shot. Need to maybe set more screens, make a few more quick passes to get a better rhythm here for your offense.
Yeah, I do. As Tingley comes out the game, I like the pace he's playing with, bringing the ball up the floor, but once he gets it across half court, it does look a little chaotic.
Gavin Greenfield made both his free throws here. 11-6 Mountain View. As Sweat gets the ball and he is off. 1 second. Off the top of the backboard. And that is going to be the first quarter for Mountain View. We got some highs and lows. Westwood does not hate the spot that they're in currently. And we have a 5-point game here going into the second quarter.
Yeah, I think for both teams, you're happy with how this first quarter played out. I think Westwood, obviously, you're still in the game, only down 5. And for Mountain View, obviously, they're started off kind of slow, but to kind of pull away at the end of the quarter there with a 5-point lead, that's something they could build upon going into the second quarter.
If you're Mountain View here, I think you want to get your senior scores going. Only a 5-point game. Not too much rhythm for Woolley besides a few left-handed layups, but maybe some mid-range or three-pointers that I've seen him make would be nice. Bradley Dyer is a big, large connecting piece on this offense. Brings size to both sides of the court. They can get him going too. I think this lead will grow a little bit larger.
Yeah, you mentioned Bradley Dyer. I like how he's kind of getting into that middle part of the zone, and I think if they get the ball into him, that opens up the rest of their offense. His passing ability from there, and if they kind of cheat on the passes, he'll have a one-on-one inside that I'm sure he would like to attack offensively.
Let's see how Westwood starts the second quarter here, and they'll have the inbound on the sideline. 11-6 Mountain View.
Once again, heavy pressure from Mountain View on the inbound pass. They back off now.
AJ Gawan's gonna bring the ball up the court here. Sprints to the right. Stops his dribble and can't find anyone. Thankfully, Finkerhoff gets open. And he dribbles at the top. Stops his dribble. Finds a cutting Cole Fraley. And is met with a charging foul after he makes a nice layup in the air, but it's going to be waved off. That is the second basket in a row for Westwood. It's going to be waved off here.
It's a smart play by Dyer to draw the charge instead of trying to contest.
And there's that senior size and leadership we see from Dyer. Got Sweat going to bring up the ball. Woolley's looking for it, finds it on the corner.
It's like Westwood switched to a man-to-man now from the zone.
Brings it back out to Sweat as he drives and finds Dyer on the three, who shoots it and is just off. But man, do they want that rebound. Gundry gets it for the jump ball, and it'll stay Mountain View ball. It looks like we have someone down for Westwood.
Well, the hustle from both sides there. Unfortunately, got a man down, might have banged his head on the floor, but hoping he's all right as both teams will go to their benches here.
High energy physical sport. Both going for an offensive rebound in a close game like this. You're gonna get some bumps and bruises. Hopefully the player's okay. But if you're Mountain View here, you're thankful for the timeout so you can recuperate. There's a lot of missed shots here on offense. You can hopefully get a good possession here and find a good look.
Westwood's defense is kind of tricky right now for Mountain View to kind of figure out. They seem to be going back and forth from a zone to a man-to-man defense. Certainly something, if you're the point guard for Mountain View, you got to be on the lookout for and alert your teammates every single possession.
Mountain View has taken care of their past opponents pretty well by over 30 points. But Westwood doesn't look like to be that opponent tonight. They have some athletes that are mixing up their, like we said, man and zone on defense, and with the hustle on transition and good defense they're playing, who knows where the rest of this game will go. But for now, this injury is going to be stopping the game momentarily.
I think whoever ends up pulling ahead with this game, they're going to win the game on the defensive side of the basketball. As number 33 here.
You got Kube Brinkeroff giving up at the court. Looks like it was just a head slam or something, but
good to see to walk off on his own power.
We'll stay updated if he gets back in the game. For now, it looks like it's going to be Mountain View ball under the basket. Doug Sweat on the inbound. He finds Dyer on the corner. Quick passes finds Gundry, and Dyer back in the paint. Wants to contact, but doesn't get it. Layup. Bradley Dyer. And he gets a steal on the other end of the court. And Jackson Woolley and Mountain View is off. Pump fake. Another easy layup for Mountain View. 15-6.
2 quick scores here. That's big for Mountain View. They seem to be building some energy here on defense as well.
TJ Moore spins in the middle of the lane. Kicks it back out to Cole Fraley, who gets a pick from CJ. Looking for the pick and roll, but it's a turnover. And Woolley finds Sweat for the layup. Fast break and one. You can count it. That's going to be a chance to go of 18-6 Mountain View.
Mountain View starting to get in a groove here on offense. And I think it all started with that inbound play coming out of the injury timeout. It was a beautifully ran play there by Johnson and led to a few turnovers that they've been able to capitalize on.
Sweat and Woolley were celebrating after that. Happy and thankful they could find him on transition. Looks like we're going to get some clarification here from the refs before we can go through with this free throw.
Like a delay of game warning, I heard.
Looks like we're all on the same page now. It's going to be one free throw for White. Looks like we got Ace Lee and AJ Tingley getting ready to come back. Ike Tingley, sorry. Coming back in the game.
The press here.
But first, timeout Westwood.
Seems like Mountain View finally figured out their press. They got broke on it. A few
Hola familia, it's Karen Reina, and I'm
fouls, some free throws, some points, but the last 2 or so possessions on defense in their press, they've gotten turnovers that have led to points.
And in the first quarter, 11-6, and now 18-6. A 7-0 run is not what you want if you're Westwood. You have the athletes to hang in there. You have the energy. You have the game plan, too. You've been getting decent shots, good defense. It's just a matter of making those.
Especially in a low-scoring defensive game like this, a 12-point lead starts to feel like a 24-point lead. But they got to start cutting into it now.
They hope they will. Whereas that boulder is going to get harder to push up the mountain. Looks like Mountain View starters coming back on the court.
And you're right about Dyer. Immediate impact once he's come into the game.
Immediate. You can see that in the Skyline game. He plays on both sides of the court really hard, and he knows what he's doing when he's out there.
And he only has 2 points, but I think just his presence on the inside has really been opening things up for them.
Ike Tingley trying to get the ball up from the full court press, but there's 3 people around him, and he finds CJ Moore, other end of the 3. Dyer gets all the way back on defense, but it's called for the foul, even if he doesn't think so.
Yeah, I think his argument is that he went straight up, but it looked like...
Had his hands up, but his hips in the way.
Yeah, moved a bit horizontally there, and we'll get CJ Moore here at the line again.
And he'll make another free throw here. It's where Westwood has been living so far this game. Going for 2. No good. And Sweat will bring the ball up here for Mountain View. Finds Woolley on the 3. Back to Sweat at the top. Woolley wants it, and they're just playing back and forth. Gundry left 3, and it's good. 21-7. After that 3-pointer from Bryson Gundry. Got Ace Lee of Westwood bringing the ball up the court here. Finds his point guard Tingley at the top. Finds CJ Moore in the left corner. His 3-pointer will be no good. Cannot match his shot. And Sweat is off on the fast break after rebound from Dyer. Pass to Woolley, spins. Finds Gundry cutting. Man, this offense is looking good right now. That's 23-7 Mountain View.
Yeah, great passing there from Mountain View. First Sweat over to Bryson Gundry. Another steal here.
Another left-handed layup for Woolley. Offense turned into defense really easily for them. Westwood wants to do something. And that's not what they want. Mountain View has the ball now. Woolley, another drive. Another layup, no good. But his teammate Levi Tingy is there for the putback layup.
Mountain View's just flying right now on defense.
Westwood. CJ Moore has the ball on the ground and is called for the travel after moving around.
Obviously, all Mountain View's needed is a little time to get going, and they're up by 20 now.
The second quarter has been all of them. After it was 11-6 to start, there's been a lot of offense and a lot of quick baskets. As Sweat has it at the top, trying to direct Woolley. Gundry drives, mid-range back out to Woolley, and he'll drive. Back out to Woolley, they're taking turns. Gundry 3, no good. As they're scrapping for the rebound. And Dyer will go up and is fouled hard. Got another player down, this time for Mountain View.
Hard foul there. Definitely basketball play, but
Coach Johnson looks a little worried as he holds what looks to be his sub, Ty Denham, on the side here. Well, we'll have Bradley shake it off, and he's at the line. What looks to be the shooting 2.
looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that's 3 fouls now on number 5 for Westwood, Ace Lee.
What looked to be their most energetic defender now has their most fouls and is coming off the court, along with CJ Moore.
He has 2 more fouls left until he has to sit for the rest of the game. Smart move by Coach Dakin to take him out here.
We had AJ Gawan and Bassett Ward coming off for them. As Bradley Dyer makes both.
CJ Moore, the leading scorer for Westwood, also sits down for his first rest of the game, and you got to wonder where that offense will come from now. He's their leading scorer.
The press looks a little bit backed off for Mountain View, but just as I say that, they're meeting him at half court. Westwood is passing and gets the ball past half court, back in their point guard's hands. Ike Tingies, he goes up for the layup, and it's no good. Sweat gets the rebound for Mountain View, and is off. Finds Woolley, who wanted to make the extra pass in the corner, but instead it's off Westwood, and they'll keep possession, Mountain View.
Good passing there from Westwood. Unfortunately, Tingley could not hit the floater there, but looked good there.
We'll have Talon on the inbound, who finds Gundry right open under the basket and can make it even after the putback. And it's going to stay Mountain View ball after those 2.
Another creative inbound play drawn up by Coach Johnson, getting easy looks under the basket. That one didn't fall, but we'll see what happens here on another one.
Finds Woolley on the right, and he'll dribble it out. Calling a play. Setting up his offense. Passes out to the middle. And it's going to be another foul by the Westwood defense here on Ty Denham this time. Well, who will be shooting is Ty Denham. The zone looking to set up from Westwood is just getting beat pretty quick after some quick passes. Finds the ball into the paint, and Westwood defenders can only foul. As we got Ty Denham here shooting first. And it's good to make Mountain View score all the way up to 30, Westwood 7.
So 19-1 so far here in the second quarter.
Looks like we got Gundry coming off for Tate Bigler. And he'll make both. That's Westwood ball again. Got Kenny Johnson bringing up the ball. He gets stuck quick. Finds Bassett. Westwood could not make the layup to go under the basket. This is just a sloppy possession that finds their point guard, Ike Tingy. Pass it to his teammate, AJ Gawan, as he takes the mid-range. It's going to stay Westwood ball as that does not go in. Let's see if they can slow things down here. Another deficit's growing, but you got to stay patient on offense if you want a good look.
Yeah, CJ Moore comes back into the game. They definitely need his offense.
As Kenny Johnson here is on the inbound. Finds Gavin Greenfield. And Mountain View is going to get called for the blocking, as it'll stay Westwood ball here.
I think another key for Mountain View defensively this quarter is that in the first quarter, when they were off to their slow start, they were fouling a lot. This quarter, only 2 fouls so far. Definitely getting more steals and fouls at this point, and I think that shows on the scoreboard.
You got to imagine that's an emphasis point from Coach Johnson. Westwood will have the ball again. Kenny Johnson. Ike Tingy, point guard. He's dribbling against Woolley, trying to find offense. Finds a little space as he drives, spins, and stops his dribble. Finds Kenny Johnson on the 3, who takes a pull-up just off the rim. Mountain View ball. Woolley will press the break here. And he stops his dribble, gets his ball back, and finds his teammate Talon Arnett for 3. Make the lead 34-7 Mountain View.
More great passing there from Woolley. He had the opportunity to take a 3, but instead goes one more to his teammate. And he has a wide open 3, breaking the 2-3 zone from Westwood.
Talon Arnett wanted the steal there. Instead, he's going to get called for the reach-in foul. After the made 3, get some more energy, play a little harder on defense, and that's what you get there. Inbound play by Westwood finds their point guard Ike Tingy with the and 1 layup at the paint. To hopefully get Westwood into double-digit scoring here and shrink the deficit a little. Try to make this a closer game as they approach the end of the first half.
Yeah, Mountain View just kind of fell asleep there on defense, and Tingley took advantage of it.
He's going to be shooting his first here. And that is good. Gives him 3 points on the game. 34-10 Mountain View. Talon Arnett bringing the ball up. And he'll find Jackson Woolley. One more pass into the corner. And Tate Bigler will get fouled on the 3-point attempts. And that'll be 3 free throws for Mountain View. If you're Westwood, that's just another gut punch there.
And that's how you got to beat the press with passing. Just make the defense move in rotation, and eventually you get a shot like that where it forces a hard closeout from Westwood, which leads to a 3-point foul.
Mountain View's passes have been quick and accurate as Tate Bigler makes the first one. And an update at home. Looks like we have Bradley Dyer looking healthy as he comes checking back into the game. Bryson Gundry is coming in too. Looks like for Woolley. And Myron Christensen coming off too.
Gotta imagine Woolley sits out for the rest of the half. He's played, if I'm not mistaken, this whole game so far, and definitely deserves a breather.
Instant impact from Bradley Dyer as he gets on the court. And finds his teammate Taylor Arnett for another bucket. Driving layup, 38-10 Mountain View. Let's see if Westwood can beat the break here. Finds Kenny Johnson at midcourt. The ball gets back to Ike Tingy as he sets up a shot here. No screen, just him dribbling against the defense as Bradley Dyer gets the steal.
Ooh.
Hey, and that'll count. That's a dunk that'll count for Bradley Dyer. Didn't go straight in, but it took his time getting in there. It still counts.
Off the backboard, a little.
Another turnover by Westwood. A dunk from Gundry, just a layup. Pass break layup brings Mountain View 42-10.
Very, very athletic play there from Dyer just a second ago.
Ball has been going all over the place, but it finds the hands of CJ Morris. He takes a 3 from the top and makes it. Find any offense Westwood is clinging on to right now. That'll be some points that they want right there. Mountain View ball. Taylor Arnett will pass it. Gets the ball back. Ty Denham down low. Bradley Dyer to Gundry. He'll take the 3. And that's good too. Matching the Westwood 3.
Dots are starting to fall in bunches here now for Mountain View after the slow start in the first quarter.
They are up 30 and they are pressing with 3 people past half court. They have all energy. And they're running past half court on the steal by Bradley Dyer. As Mountain View gets a layup from Tate Bigler on the fast break. Westwood ball here. AJ Gawan brings it up to Tingy, who finds Kenny Johnson in the corner. Looks for something, no dribble. CJ Moore at the top, who finds AJ Gawan. Back out to CJ. And he'll dribble right towards Dyer. And is called for the travel as he can't stop there.
Mountain View's just doing such a good job of speeding up Westwood, making them make mistakes, and that's another turnover here for Westwood, and they got to limit those if they want any chance of making this game close again.
Speaking of those subs we had coming in, looks like Jimmy Gardner and Justin Romero will be on the court now as he finds Ty Denham, who goes up and is no good from the mid-range. As another Westwood turnover, leads the ball to Bradley Dyer.
Oh.
And there's the dunk for real. Oh, my goodness, he is feeling that.
Put him on a poster.
Oh, my goodness,
The crowd-
Bradley Dyer.
The crowd is reacting.
They are not letting him forget about that one.
Wow.
And Bradley's off to the races. He wants another.
He wanted that one.
Ty Denham. His three at the end of the half is no good.
Wow.
And that'll be the half, 49-13 as Mountain View gets out of there. Looks like tensions are high to end the half. As that dunk was heard, probably not around the world, but at least around Mesa.
Yeah, that was
And the West,
a great dunk for a high school game right there. Good.
Hey everyone, my name is Evan Rodriguez from Arizona State University, and I am interning for the
Hello everyone, my name is Good. Welcome to today's sports update. My name is Karen Reina and this is your Varsity Sports Show. Today we're shining the spotlight on the University of Arizona's gymnastics team, also known as Gym Cats. The Wildcats have a packed schedule ahead with upcoming meets against top-notch opponents, led by head coach John Court, associate head coach Taylor Spears, and assistant coaches Kylie Crotchwell and Shelby Martinez. This team is poised for a strong season. Last season, the Gym Cats achieved some impressive milestones. They earned a 197 score against Stanford, tying the 7th highest score in program history. The team also tied the program record on the uneven bars with a score of 49.475. Some standout performances from last season include Abigail Martinez's high score career of 9.975 on the uneven bars, and Elena Deed's career high score of 9.925 on the balance beams. This year's rosters boast a talented mix of experienced athletes and fresh faces, including seniors like Allison Fears, Elizabeth LaRusso, and Emily Mueller. The Gym Cats signed 5 new recruits on National Signing Day. In November 2024, the talented class ranked number 19 by College Gym News, including Ellen Braga, Riley Carmen, Delaney Mead, Hillary Pulelo, and Lily Tasdell. With a strong roster and a talented incoming class, the University of Arizona's gymnastics team is poised for a successful season. So stay tuned for more updates. My name is Karen Reina, and this is your Varsity Sports Show.
Looks like we are back here at Mountain View Westwood after halftime. A little technical foul at the end of the play there to end the first half. Looks like some players or some party was not overly excited with the dunk to end the half, so looks like we got some free throws here to make up for that from Gundry. And he makes the first.
I'm always curious to see how teams respond after, kind of getting roughed up a little.
Well, we'll definitely see the character of Westwood here as they look to get themselves out of this hole. A 38.1 to be exact, but.
And then from Mountain View's angle, obviously you have a comfortable lead, but you don't want to get complacent. You still obviously have games to go in the future and want to use this as kind of practice.
As Ty Denham gets a layup there under the basket, wide open. Same starters to start the first half. We'll start the second half, even with the 40-plus point difference, which will not make a difference for Mountain View. As Westwood tries to get a bucket to go there from Ace Lee, but that'll be no good.
Ace Lee starting the second half. He has 3 fouls to his name. Have to be careful.
We got Doug Sweat here with the ball on offense, trying to see what he can do. Gives it to the post and Ty Denham. One more pass to Levi Tinky goes through his hands. It's going to be a Westwood ball here on the inbound.
And again, 40-point game, but still in the press, trying to speed up Westwood.
It's just where Mountain View feels comfortable. It's where they live in high energy, high intensity. And it looks to be working here. Ike Tinky's had a hard time bringing up the ball all night as he finds CJ Moore in the left corner, who looked to get something as he dribbles back out to the middle. Finds Cole Fraley. Looks like it's going to be number 4 on Ace Lee here as he was trying to get open on offense. Leads to pushing over Mountain View defender.
Yeah, that's one of those plays that you could let them play on, and certainly with 3 fouls, you hate to have that one called on you.
Gavin Greenfield's going to come in and sub him out as we got Doug Sweat here bringing up the ball again. Finds Gundry in the corner, who drives to the basket, but is out of bounds on the baseline. It's going to be Westwood ball once again.
I've been liking the pace Sweat has been playing. Again, only a
Westwood
sophomore.
Gets out to it. Kenny Johnson could not get the layup to go. Westwood's going to inbound here under the basket. As it gets stolen by Levi Tingy. Let's find Woolley, who wanted to join Bradley Dyer in the dunk club tonight, but could not get there. Nice little layup, though, for Woolley. Showing off his expertise around the rim.
Yeah, he got up there, but I think he realized he would have maybe got stuffed by the rim, so he just goes with the finger roll.
Don't want to pull anything here tonight, especially after a comfortable game like this. Westwood with the turnover there by Cole Fraley, who thought it was tipped off by Doug Sweat, but refs look to have that going the other way. As Jackson Woolley will pass it off to Sweat to bring the ball up. Mountain View 55, Westwood 13. Woolley left corner at the 3. Gets a pick, spins, and finds Ty Denham, his roller, for the 2-point bucket.
Beautiful pass there.
Westwood's going to go on the break, finds Kenny Johnson to CJ Moore in the corner, who drives, tries to find something against Woolley. Finds Gavin Greenfield there, who draws a foul, but it's just going to be a side out, it looks like. On the ground foul here. TJ Moore's going to do the inbound into the basket.
And again, Coach Johnson's been emphasizing playing unselfishly, and you definitely see that from Mountain View with the extra passes they make to pass up good shots for great shots.
Almost 5 seconds there as Westwood gets it off in time, but still manages to turn the ball over. Jackson Woolley finds it, and he finds Sweat with a layup to go. It'll increase this lead a little bit more. Westwood's going to bring the ball up here. Loses it and gets the layup to go. Cole Fraley getting the ball, losing it, and finds it again.
Good job of staying with it there.
Mountain View's gets on offense again pretty quickly here. And Woolley finds Ty Denham down in the post, who misses the layup against Fraley as he takes it off to go. Finds his point guard, Tingy. Fraley again with the ball, drives, kicks out to Greenfield. Passes out to Johnson, but there's a blocking foul before him.
Okay, a little momentum here from Westwood. They're starting to match pace with Mountain View the last couple possessions.
You don't have to play perfect basketball, but better basketball than the first half is what you're aiming for here from Westwood.
Yeah, and, at this point in the game, both teams are playing to improve, The game might be decided by the scoreboard, but still a lot to work on if you're both teams.
Yeah, Mountain View here. You could look at this game in a bubble, they're up almost 45 points on a region opponent, but zoom out just a little bit, and they're just 7-8. They're trying to be a 500 team and make some noise here in the 6A playoffs coming up in just a couple of months now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They're going to start playing tougher opponents, so they need to start to lock in here.
Nobody tell Jackson Woolley to score because his defense looks pretty good as the ball finds Kenny Johnson for mid-range, but he misses. And Duck Sweat's going to run the break here for Mountain View. No look out to Gundry in the corner. Maybe might have helped to look a little bit on that one as the ball rolls off his feet. And it's going to be Westwood ball here once again. Looks like we got some more subs coming back in the game. Talon Arnett.
Dyer's back in as well.
And Tate Bigler, too. Somebody won the rim. Dyer's back in the game.
Yep. Three in a game would be pretty special. I'd be curious to know what's the most amount of dunks he's gotten in a game.
And all these starters still look engaged for Mountain View. They're just looking to get better here and play as a team. As Westwood finds Bassett. Moore for three in the corner. Just off. Fraley gets the offensive rebound and the putback layup. Mountain View doesn't care, and they're off pretty quickly as Woolley brings the ball up. Just inside the line as he misses, and the ball finds Dyer for the mid-range that also misses. CJ Moore with the rebound. Fraley's going to run the break here. Find Moore again, who finds their point guard Tingy on the right, who walks into a three-pointer and is no good. Rebound Woolley.
Pace is starting to pick up here.
Ty Denham with a good layup around the rim. Wanted to go to that left side, but it changes to the right. Good touch and good pass by Woolley.
Woolley's definitely setting up his teammates very well. He's a great scorer, but I've been so impressed with his passing so far.
The playmaking has been something fun to watch. As Westwood here looks for offense, but again, Woolley on the defensive end, making it a lot harder for him. Finds Tingy in the corner. The ball will go back out to Fraley as he picks up his dribble and finds Moore. He gets a screen, drives towards the basket, and puts up a shot off the backboard. No good. Mountain View ball here. Find Talon Arnett on the corner, who dribbles and takes the mid-range. And that's a good 1-2 pull-up, making it 63-17 Mountain View.
Like Arnett, they're finding a spot on the floor that he's comfortable taking that shot as we get a timeout here.
Yeah, speaking of comfort, it looks like Westwood's a bit out of theirs and wants to take a timeout. Remind the guys the kind of basketball they want to play and kind of quality they hold themselves up to as they are down big here at Mountain View.
And again, from Mountain View, they're just flying out there.
They are.
It's a total team effort. Everyone's getting deflections. Everyone's rotating. Everyone's rebounding. Everyone's getting out in transition. And that's definitely the vibes I was getting from Coach Johnson about having a total team effort and not making it a one-man show.
It's definitely been a lot of effort by everyone. I mean, even just on the scoreboard here. Got Ty Denham with 11, Woolley with 10, Dyer with 8, and Talon Arnett with 8 as well. That's not a single-handed scoring effort there. If you want to add a little bit more, Tate Bigler's got 4 too.
Yeah, evenly distributed scoring.
And even in the huddle, this team is still engaged, and they're still looking to make their mark on the game.
The game, Woolley's got to have like a double-double right now. He's got 10 points. It feels like he has a million assists out there just with how well he's been setting up his teammates. and how unselfish he's been with making the extra pass when he has open shots.
And I bet they like it just as much as we do, too. Looks like we have a few new faces here on Mountain View. Justin Romero, Mayan Christensen. As Westwood gets the ball here down to Kenny Johnson on the post. Finds Tingy on the 3. Pump fake doesn't go for it. Romero here with the defense, looking good. Tingy crosses, picks up his dribble, finds Johnson again in the corner, who finds Moore cutting, who spins and takes a shot. And that mid-range is good for CJ Moore, who has been their almost only reliable piece on offense here tonight. He's been putting up buckets trying to do his thing.
It's up to 7 points now. 7 out of their 19.
Mountain View here with the ball, finds Dyer at the top of the 3. Kicks it out to Romero, wants a screen to set up something. Christensen holds the ball here. Gives it out to Arnett. Christensen again. Finds Bigler cutting towards the mid-range. He steps through. Misses the layup, but gets the offensive rebound and misses that too. Christensen had a chance to grab the rebound, but goes through his hands as it stays Mountain View ball. Good. Everyone's looking to get involved here.
Yeah, good move there by Bigler, but it just looks like there's a lid on that basket there. Missed 2 ones that look like they should have gone in.
Mountain View plays with good chemistry here. They know when they're going to cut, who's screening for who, and who's passing to who as it gets Romero open in the corner. Open drive here into the paint. Left-handed layup. Misses it. Christensen here with the layup. Misses that left-handed layup as they finally get the bucket to go. A lot of offensive rebounds there on Westwood. Something you can control if you want to box out these bigger athletes here and put some effort in on that side of the court. As Tingy here is going to bring on the ball again. Kicks it out to Moore on that right. Guarded by Dyer, who's high energy. Gets a deflection there. Finds Kenny Johnson. CJ Moore finds the ball, other corner. We had a foul here on Mountain View after a drive from Cole Fraley.
Mountain View's just denying every single pass from Westwood. I'd like to see, if I'm a player on Westwood, I'd like to try a backdoor cut with how aggressive Mountain View's getting up on their passes. Just taking everything away, getting so many steals, so many deflections.
If Cole Fraley makes the first free throw there. Now the warm-up that you see in Mountain View doing, their quick defense, hustling around the court, stuff that they do before the game starts is really translating here. As Fraley misses the second, Christensen rebound, finds Talon Arnett, and Mountain View is off. The mid-range again for Talon, no good. But after a couple, oh my God, rebound, Tate Bigler. Man, that ball is jumping all over the place for Mountain View, but it's still finding their hands. Can't tell if that's the ball or the player's choice there, but a lot of hustle leading to more fouls and better opportunities here for Mountain View.
Yeah, a little luck with the ball bouncing their way, but also got to credit their hustle and desire to go chase that ball down.
Don't use that L word in front of Coach Johnson. I think that's all energy and hustle, but I'm sure he'll appreciate the ball finding their hands a few times here on this end of the court.
Yeah, I mean, you're up 65-20. Obviously, that's not luck. That's a very prepared team tonight. Very well-conditioned team. They're flying, running around everywhere, and they do not look tired one bit.
Now, Mountain View is on a 2-game winning streak right now after beating Corona del Sol 77-40 on the 18th. As CJ Moore takes a mid-range, no good, finds AJ Guan. Ball finds CJ again at the Tingy, who gets fouled there down in the paint. But after beating Corona del Sol on the 18th, 77-40, before that, it was Skyline 71-35 on the 10th. And that's the start of their 2-game winning streak here. It looks like it's going to be 3 as the points just keep on going. As Westwood here is going to get at the free throw line. Mountain View's been playing really good ball here in the new year. They might just be 3-2 in the new year. But their 2 combined losses are just by 6 points. And their 3 combined wins before tonight's game is by over 75 points. So you can really tell that they've been hustling in their wins, and the losses have been really close. They've grown a lot as a team. They lost to Cathedral Catholic in overtime on the second after losing to them by over 20 earlier in the year, actually. So,
Mountain
View here plays with the energy that you can still see as the ball gets out to Dyer. Mountain View offense is going to reset at the top. Jimmy Gardner with the ball. Finds Romero. Pump fake at the left side. Gets a screen from Dyer. Wanted him to be the roller, but missed it. But he still gets the ball on the layup anyway.
That time Westwood playing a little trap there on defense. High energy, trying to give Mountain View a taste of their own medicine.
I think if you're the Westwood coach here, you want to insert some energy into your players just to play the way that you want to be respected. As AJ Gawan gets the steal there. TJ Moore for 3 on the fast break. No good.
Good awareness there that the quarter was ending to pull up for 3 there. Unfortunately, shot did not fall, though.
I think Westwood will want the extra point there, too, on the side of the court. Be 68-22 Mountain View here at the end of the third quarter. And it is all Mountain View right now. Coach Johnson has these players playing right. Their senior leaders are doing their thing. Jackson Woolley, Bradley Dyer, Levi Tingy.
Hard to believe that this game was 11-6 after the first quarter. It was like 3-3, like 5 minutes into the games.
Took a long time for this game to warm up, but when it got there, started to be all Mountain View. Let's see. They'll need 12 more points to get to 80 here by the end of the fourth quarter. They have not been able to crack 80 in their past 2 wins. Maybe they can here and have some good offense here going for the rest of their region play.
It doesn't matter who you play at this point in the season. To see the ball go in the hoop that many times definitely instills confidence in your team. So looks like we got some subs here for Mountain View.
Looks like Mountain View is going to have some of their JV stars and starters coming out here to represent their varsity squad here. While the score is up to 68-22 Mountain View.
Number 42, Briggs Standage, was on the JV court earlier tonight. He had a dunk himself.
I think he was learning from Dyer or something. Might be throwing down some yams before after practice, but they certainly know how to get their dunk on. As the refs here look to clear up some confusion here.
Working overtime. JV game, get in the varsity game.
It's all about getting better.
Just love hooping.
Looks like they're going to redo that side out here for Westwood.
Good opportunity to give some guys who might not have a ton of varsity experience some playing time. You know, a lot of these guys are underclassmen. They're next up in these next couple of years.
And if you're Westwood here, getting some good possessions on both sides of the court to end this game, having something good to go off of going to the next game is going to be crucial. So hopefully against a team with varsity experience, you can get that done. As Mountain View here finds a 3, and it is waved off for 3 in the key.
Just camped in the key a little bit too long there.
Jackson Wilhelm, the lefty, misses on the right side there. I think he's going to bring the ball. He'll find CJ Moore. Out to AJ Gawan. AC on the right, back to AJ. He misses the layup, but hustles after it again. But gets a loose ball foul after trying to get his own rebound. If you're Mountain View here, playing at Skyline on the 20th and home versus Red Mountain on the 22nd, 2 more region opponents you hope you can take this kind of basketball into. As another 3 from Wilhelm there, misses it. Another 3 from Mountain View there. No good.
At this point in the game, you got a lot of guys for Westwood that have been out there pretty much all game long against a lot of fresh legs out there for Mountain View.
I think that pivot foot's going to get picked up after he was getting reached at on the right block there. AJ go on with the turnover on Westwood. Mountain View ball. Jimmy Gardner's going to bring the ball up. Passes it out. Sire Saul. Wilhelm calling for it at the top. Back out to Gardner. Finds Romero at the top of the key. Who dribbles. Tried to find an open under the basket and Cyrusol, but that gets deflected and tipped away. It's going to be Westwood ball again. CJ Moore on the inbound.
I've been liking what I'm seeing from Jackson Wilhelm so far. 6'4", sophomore. Every time he catches the ball, he's looking to square up to shoot.
Definitely has the size to see the court. As Tingy here for Westwood. Looks to create some offense like he has been all night. Passes it out to CJ Moore. Finds Fraley. Ace Lee's going to try to size up. Cross over towards the rim. Layup is no good as Mountain View gets the rebound here. Taking it a little bit slower than they have the past 3.5 quarters. Mid-range bucket. Mountain View, no good, but does get fouled. It's going to be Cyrusol on the mid-range jumper.
Good move there from Saul. He had 2 defenders on him when he initially caught that ball. Gave him a nice jab step. He got free and gets the foul call.
You can see the IQ in the game plan from Mountain View players here as Cyrusol makes the first one. It's not all random street ball out there. They've been coached and they know what to do, whether it's a pump fake, jab step, 1-2, find the open man, or take the quick jumper. They're coached and they know what to do the right thing out of there 9 times out of 10. And that shows up on the scoreboard here as you're up by almost 50.
Oh.
With Cyrusol shooting the second one, and it's good. Gonna have Cole Fraley bringing up the ball here for Westwood.
I think Philly's had a good game so far despite the score.
He stayed locked in. Finds Ace Lee on the corner, who takes the mid-range, and that is all net.
Nice shot there. Spin into a fadeaway, high arcing shot.
It's going to be his 4th point, matching his 4 fouls. Ball gets all the way to the end of the court. Was about to be out of bounds, but CJ Moore saves it for Mountain View. We'll have Cyrusol here at the top, passing it to Romero. One more pass to Gardner, who spins and drives towards the basket on Tingley and gets the bucket to go.
Such a skilled move there.
That's small guard on small guard crime right there. As Westwood gets the ball here. Looks to be a side out. After the Gavin Greenfield drive. Looks to be a jump ball hold up. It's going to stay Westwood ball here with CJ Moore on the inbound.
It's like at this point in the game, we got a running clock here.
Yeah, I think they're going to be getting out of here pretty soon. Don't tell Mountain View that. They are taking charges in the 4th quarter, up 50. Just playing their defense, playing their brand of basketball. Jimmy Gardner with the charge there.
The thing I love about taking charges, especially when you get multiple in one game like Mountain View has, is you know that that's something coaches emphasize to them. You don't just randomly take charges like that. That is a point of emphasis.
Whenever Coach Johnson screaming at that between the timeouts. Jimmy Gardner here with the ball. Stops his dribble and finds Wilhelm again, who passes out to Romero. Another drive out. Ball finds Gardner. Cyrusol with the ball. Romero on the left. Pump fakes and drive. And can almost get the layup to go, but misses. And he's hustling after his own rebound. Gets it and with the spin. And one Romero. He gets rewarded for the hustle. Misses the layup. Grabs it. Spins back. I guess an and one.
Way to stick with it after missing a close shot. I mean, at this point, it's a 50-point game, but they could be up by even more with how many shots they've had that barely missed.
It's been all hustle for Mountain View here. They've gotten a lot of good looks, a lot of good running on the court here. A lot of these players getting good experience to build up their roster here before getting into region play, as Romero makes the free throw. Westwood with the ball here. Almost in the final minute of the game. As CJ Moore takes the 3 and makes it. Make that scoreboard a little bit better. Getting the score back down to under 50. As Gardner brings up the ball for Mountain View and gets it stolen from behind. Finds Bassett one more. Ace Lee gets a Euro step layup on the fast break.
Love the hustle there from Ace Lee, playing with 4 fouls, but obviously has really nothing to lose at this point. Gets a steal, gets a bucket.
You only get to play high school basketball once, and he seems to be taking care of his opportunity.
Absolutely.
Romero's going to dribble out the clock here.
Great performance here from Mountain View. Definitely a game that instills confidence going forward, especially after a slow start to the game. To have the discipline to stay locked in and know that you're capable of blowing a team out, and they did that here tonight.
Yeah, it was 3-3 for a solid chunk of the time there. But now with the final score being 75-29, Mountain View to Westwood. That has been the official broadcast here for this high-energy game here at Mountain View. My name is Sebastian Kupas, and I was joined with my color commentator,
Dylan Kane.
Appreciate you all for joining us. Have a great rest of your night. That's Mountain View basketball.